This is the progression of a international traveler, playboy, high income earner, healthy young male that he's going to go through when he starts his first international trip until current moment. The first international trip that you're going to take, especially if it's an international trip where you are going to be dating some nice looking woman, that first trip is going to be the best trip that you will take, because the things are going to be new, the experiences are going to be new. When you land in that country and you feel the tropical sun, you feel the warm air, you look at the low attractive prices everywhere, you see the quick, cheap transportation that can take you many parts of the city, and then you see the woman in tight fit clothing, looking fit and attractive with nice smiles. And then you realize, wow, I'm in a beautiful place. I want to live here. I want to move here. But wait, let me go and explore everything first. And you get this rush, you get this excitement, and this new stage in your life where you're like, wow, I can occupy myself with this. I can be busy with this for many years to come. Why didn't I do this sooner? So what happens is, as an international young man, those first trips are the best, right? But once you're there for a while, once you've dated enough women there, you've had enough cheap Uber rides, and you've done a lot of fun, you're going to realize that there's going to be more that you're going to want on the financial side. So you can have a lot of fun and you can do that out there in these countries, but you realize, okay, how do I become rich and how do I make money? But how do I make so much money where I can decide to have this kind of life anytime I want? Or in fact, even better, how do I make more money where I can live anywhere I want? Not just in Latin America, but maybe in Europe, maybe in Asia, or anywhere, right? So the natural progression of a passport traveler, a young man, is going to be first the novelty, the enjoyment, the newness of the feeling. You know what I mean? And then it's going to be, after that, after you've done that enough, it's going to be the financial side. Okay, I want to make money, I want to make remote income. And then it's going to be the longevity side. How do I stay healthy long enough? How do I live many years so I can enjoy this lifestyle? Because I want to keep coming to the Dominican Republic and dating girls. I want to keep making remote income so I can keep doing that and be free. But I want to do it for a long time, so I want to be healthy and I want to work out. And then you get to this part in your life where you're just focused on your health, your wealth, and dating and traveling, and any relationships and networking that you have with other people or business partners. And anything else that takes you away from that goal is meaningless. If you're driving around in America and you're stuck in traffic and some guy cuts you off and beeps at you or something, gives you the finger and then takes a parking spot that you wanted to go to, it doesn't matter, because you know the beautiful life that you've tasted, that you've crafted for yourself. And anything that's not related to that you don't give a damn about, and you're not going to get involved or give any energy to. And that's a beautiful place to be in. There's a lot of beautiful things that are outside of the place where you're staying in right now, physically and mentally. And if you're living in a small state, a boring place with no prospects, not a great job, bad cold weather, just know that can change in a month, in a couple months, and then you can go through that progression that I talked about earlier in my video. And I just want to let you guys know, keep that in mind. I remember my first trip. Well, it wasn't my first trip, but it was my first international trip that I did a lot of dating in, was to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. And that was back in 2019. And the novelty I felt when I landed in that city, you know, the girls that were there lined up, like waiting to meet me, the price, cheap prices, the good food, the warm sun, nice sunny weather, the cheap Uber rides, the smell of a different country, just like gave me so much life that I had a glow up. You know, my face glowed, my body glowed. I got leaner, I got happier, I got more energetic. There was like more zest to everything. And that's what traveling is gonna bring out of you when you go there. And then after I did a bunch of those trips, I was like, okay, hold on now. I gotta take care of these finances. Because if I don't, I'm not gonna get to do these things again. So I'm at the stage where I'm thinking about my finances now, about that, and then also my longevity, my health. Can I be in shape? Can I do this long enough? Because guys, we don't have all the time in the world. Like, you think you have a lot of time? I mean, I'm in my 30s. Like, maybe I've already lived half of my life. You know, we only get one. So, I want to encourage you guys, I want to motivate you guys that you can have that part of life. You know, you have the resources, you have the internet, you have channels, you have you know, your networking guys. Like, just spend your time on that, and don't spend your time on anything that takes away from that, because it's useless, because it's not what you really want. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.